to talk about one of the strategies that I use in teaching game design. So what you see on the screen here, the one sheet, is it's an arcade game called Defender. And this is what's called a one sheet. And so what I'm doing is just thinking about games that I used to play growing up. And I remember this game, Defender. It was basically like an arcade game. You take a quarter, and if you were good enough, one game could turn into you literally playing for hours and hours on hand, just standing there playing nonstop because the way they designed the game. So it was really addictive. So one of the things that I wanted to do today, today being what's today? Tuesday, November 29th, 2022. And mind you, this is my first year teaching game design as a full year course. So I'm really, diving into it, the game design perspective, the curriculum, different curriculums, strategies, dealing with what equipment I have, and just everything. And there's been a plan. So now we're executing the plan. And so I know that a lot of kids now, they have access to, different kind of games. None of these kids really understand what an arcade is. I mean, everything is on a mobile device. So in a way, this is just a different way of introducing the concepts and understanding how design works, how development works, and how some of the same strategies that they do now still matter or mattered when you did the arcade. It's just a different time period, but in terms of getting people interested in the game, something that is engaging, wanting them to come back and play it again, there are certain things that you can do in the game. I mean, that's why so many people are addicted now to video games. So I thought this was a good chance to introduce Defender. I mean, and one thing to think about is this is an arcade. So you're thinking like these games back then, before it was digital, I mean, you're literally making $1 billion in quarters. How do you wrap your head around that, compared to now in the digital era? I mean, it's just different. It's a different thing. So this is the one sheet. And the next thing that I'm going to show is some of the strategies with this project. So you start with a one sheet. Okay, and then the next thing, what you're gonna have is your gameplay document. Okay, I'll pull it up real quick. And we've talked about different strategies of the game. So, I mean, you have explorers, you have socializers, you have different ways that you can introduce it, but as you learn more and you start building out your levels, you will see how some of the mechanics and some of the things that you do, things that can save you time, you can kind of build into the game. And so early in the development and planning of it, before you even start coding some of your blueprints.